Good morning, everyone. Welcome. It is Saturday, February 25th. I hope everybody's had a great week and that you got lots of stitching done. I got a fair amount of stitching done. I'm really pleased. I was able to go to the grocery store last Saturday after I left the office and do my grocery shopping. And I managed to leave with my groceries, and I didn't kill anyone in the grocery store. So I consider that a win-win. And Sunday I got to sit around and stitch. I had to do a little bit of house cleaning. What's up with that? But I did get to sit around and stitch, so it's all good. So, I guess we'll just start wherever in the pile. I did work on the Linen and Threads band sampler, and as you notice, I'm showing you part 1, January, because that's where I still am. I was tooling along pretty good, and then all of a sudden, I just kept making mistakes and having to pull out and restitch and pull out and restitch, and finally, because my thread was getting worn, I decided it was time to stop. This is how far I've gotten. Last time I was to right here, I just done that. So I got this put in, and you can see I am in the process of ripping out right here. I don't know why I can't manage to keep count through there, because I have ripped out that same section 3 or 4 times. So I don't know. It's killing me. So I put it down. I decided I'm going to wear a hole in the fabric right there. So I put it down and moved on to something else, because I don't want I don't want it to irritate me so much that I don't want to pick it back up. So I just did that and set it down and moved on. For my February freebies Facebook group, last week I was working on the rooster, Rule the Roost, from crossstitching.com, and I didn't do a whole lot more on it. I think before I had this, and I've done this now and come down. This is the bottom of the pattern, his foot, and there's a little bit of pink in there. It's really kind of hard to see. I don't know why I just kind of am struggling with that one, and I don't know why. Somebody had suggested in the group, well, they didn't suggest, they said that they were going to work on Fridays for the rest of the year. They were going to work on their freebie patterns, and I thought, well, that's a good idea. I don't know if this will be the last one that I choose to work on, or if I'll try to do it and get it done and out of the way. Maybe I should alternate and work on things that I enjoy more, and then work on him every now and then to get it out of the way. I don't know. But on Wednesday, I changed to this free pattern, Grumpy Cat, from Brooke's Books. She does some of the neatest stuff. And I love Grumpy Cat, and I love the Happy Bunny. Mostly the Happy Bunny, because it's so cute and innocent looking, but it is so mean, which I don't know if that makes me good or evil, but I do think it's funny. I've only worked on this one on Wednesday morning, and this is where I got with it. And I love the fact that you can already see something. You know, you can make out the little hat, and you can tell a cat is coming. So that makes me happy to see. I feel like progress already when you can tell what something is. And I'm just doing it on a piece of blue Ada that I had in my stash. I feel like I say that a lot lately, and I have no idea why I have so much blue Ada in my stash. I don't know if they were having like a clearance sale on Ada, and I thought that I should buy it all on blue Ada. Who in the world needs that much blue Ada? And I bet you if I look in my fabric stash, I bet there's still more. It's like a sickness or something. I don't know. It's not even like I love that shade of blue. red's my favorite color, so it makes no sense. I did pull out these hearts. This one also is from crossstitching.com. And this is the one I'm working on currently. I'm doing all 4 of them on one piece of fabric, and I'm doing them on the red Ada and white floss. And I'm using, because I wanted a heavier coverage, I am using 3 strands of floss. I think last time I only had like this little line right here and this little heart at the bottom. So I got this done. I am really loving working on this one. I had to make myself put it down and work on other things just because I wanted to get some work done on a lot of things. And I think I'm liking it because, again, you can tell that you're making progress. It's obvious and it shows up, and it makes me feel like I'm getting somewhere. So then I pulled out from my box of whips. This is from Kitchen Sweet Kitchen by Leisure Arts, and I am working on this one. And it says Country Kitchen Welcome. I don't think I'm going to stitch that on there. I'm not doing mine on a towel. I'm doing it on a piece of linen, and I will either frame it or make a bowl filler or something out of it. But this is where I am. This was a Mania start for me. During Mania, all I got done was that little apple. And then I was doing another stitch along and I needed purple. So I put in like this part right here, the dark around the chicken. And I guess he's a rooster. That dark to get over here to do the purple for that challenge. So I finished off the rooster except for the back stitching, and then this is part of a basket right here. I only worked on this yesterday, I think. Yesterday morning for a little bit. It was, like I said, it was one of my Mania starts, so I'm trying to, it's also on my Year Whips challenge. I'm trying to see if I can get some of my Mania starts completed before Mania comes around again so that I can put new starts in there instead of having to work on last year's starts. But I was able to pull that one out because this one from the Cross Stitch magazine from August of '92, there's the cover, I got my Uncle Sam finished. And there are the I want you, the words around him on the pattern. And I did put some of the words in over here. And I wasn't sure that I liked it. So I asked Dax, and he didn't like it either. Because it kind of took away from Uncle Sam. I still need to sign my piece. I haven't done that yet. But I'm thrilled. I am so glad that he's done. Now, if I can get him fully finished before July 4th, then I'll be super excited. But he is a Year Whips challenge piece, and that keeps me on track. I got him done in February. If I can get each month one of my challenge pieces done, then I'll have gotten them all done. And he's a Stitch from Stash piece, so I need to look up and see what his thread count is to see how much credit I can get so that maybe I can get my budget back to 0 since I'm in the hole. And he was also a Mania piece, so he's done, so I get to pull a new start. I get another new start this year, which is awesome because we want to start all the things. Let's see. That was all the stitching that I got done, and I was thrilled with that amount of stitching. Who knows the next time that I'll be able to get a Sunday to myself, or a large part of a Sunday to myself to do something like that again. But I'll take what I can get. I'll do it gladly. I have also been back to Target. If you have not been yet, go now, because they probably still have them. But I bought some more table runners in the dollar spot. They're, like I said, they're $3. But I made this bag this morning. How cute is that? Look, they're little pom-pom. Adorable. And again, like I told you last time, 3 seams, that's it. But it's so cute. And I'm probably not going to put anything on this one either, because I don't want to mess with the bunnies. So I made the flap as nice and long so that I don't have to worry about things coming out. But while I was there, I also bought 2 other table runners. These are plain. They have a piece of lace sewn to the edge. As you can see, I have not undone them or anything. This one is a little bit greener than what it's showing up. And then this one's kind of a tan khaki color. But another good thing about these, even if you didn't want to make a project bag, if you like stitching on linen, these are linen. And they look, I think it's stitchable. I mean, you can see the holes in there. You can see the weave. I think these are stitchable linen. This one, this greenish color, I think it's a little bit harder to see the holes. You can still do it. I think it's just a little bit harder. So even if you weren't going to make a project bag, if you unroll that, that's probably a decent sized piece of linen there. Let's see. Especially if you had a project that was long and narrow or something. Yeah, I mean, that's folded in half. So it's probably a yard long, at least, maybe 2. So that's, like I said, even if you didn't want to make a project bag, if you got it to stitch on, that would be, I think, pretty good. But that's just me. This one, because it's much thinner than the others, I'm going to make a bag with this one, because like I said, it's even, to me it seems even harder to see than the other. But I may use this to stitch on, or I may make a bag and use the leftover, because like for the bunny, and it's more the canvasy kind of fabric again, but that's a pretty big piece left over. I got some Easter fabric, so I may fold it under here and make a pillow. But I'll line this, even if I make this one, because the linen's thinner. I think I'll line them before I make a bag, which really isn't going to be that big a deal, because all you got to do is sew a rectangle of fabric around it before you fold it and seam it. But go now. Go to Target. I'm in Target all the time because it's close to the office, and I always need milk, bread, dog food, cat litter. So I'm in there constantly, enough that one of the cashiers recognizes what I'm buying. So go to the dollar spot. Don't walk past it when you go in. Just go straight there and see if they have them. They had several of all of these there when I was in just the other day. So anyway, I think that's probably it. I think my phone's probably going to kick me out pretty quickly anyway. I hope you have a wonderful week, that your weekend is as beautiful as it is here. I hate that I'll be sitting inside an office with windows that we can't even open. I wish we could open the windows so that we could at least get some joy out of the air. But anyway, I guess it is what it is. Thank you, everyone, for all of your comments. Thank you, Sherry, for the shout out. I appreciate it. And thank you for your likes and your follows. This is, like I've said before, just an awesome community. And I hope you have a wonderful week and get lots of stitching done. And we'll see you here next time. Bye.